As we continue highlighting our deer lease here in Texas, let's join Wade as he gives us insight on the feeding program he's chosen to attract game to the area.
One topic that I'm a big believer in is supplemental feed for wild game. As I began to hunt out here, I saw the power of kind of supplemental feeding, doing things in an area to increase our carrying capacity. And the reason I like to do it is I want to see more game. I want to be more successful in my hunting trips, and I want to have a chance to grow bigger deer as well. You know, at the end of the day, I want to use a feed that's designed for whitetail, to be fed to whitetail and exotic animals, and find a blend that's going to work in a variety of situations. Gravity on-demand feeders are something we use out here. That's this part of the world's food plot, because we don't have farming, we don't have native corn and crops that are growing, so we need something so that those deer can come in just like they do to a farmer's field. And so we use gravity-fed feeders, feed 16 to 20% antler plus type feed that comes from Sportsman's Choice and Record Rack. The deer love that, as well as other species. We feed a lot of corn. Texas is well known, as many states are now, to have a corn feeder that's on a timer to help attract them. That's get them set on a certain patterns. But recently, Record Rack and Sportsman's Choice has come out with something called the Spincast, and it's a mix of both worlds that I begin to use in certain feeders that I've found that the deer and wild game really enjoy. This feed here, it's specifically designed to be fed to whitetail deer and a variety of exotic species as a supplement. I mean, this is a supplement, to when the natural forage or your habitat is stressed, and it works great. And you can see the corn mix in there, and you can see the smaller pellets. Now, these are gonna help flow through the feeders, a whole lot better than some of the bigger protein pellets that are available on the market. And they've got a little bit of treatment to be a little more water resistant, in a sense, would be the best analogy I could have, because the pellets tend to swell when they get a lot of moisture, and that causes problems, with gumming up. But if you can find the right mix, which I believe that they have here at Sportsman's Choice, you're gonna find an ability to mix this into your feeders and increase the nutritional value in a lot of areas. And like I said, I'm not afraid to just throw it out on the ground. And as with any feeding program, you've got to find the perfect balance for your property. It's not something that I think you're just going to go throw out and find magic results. There is no magic dust out there. A lot of people will tell you that, you can do that and it's going to work. You can pour this powder or that mix out and then the world's just going to come beat a path to your door. That's not true. Through science, through testing, through time, companies like Sportsman's Choice here, the Record Rack, they have found ways through field work to be able to say, man, this is gonna work. If you give it time and you let the deer and your introduced species, your exotic game, learn what it is and get on the program, you're gonna see benefits. And when those times of stress, the natural forage and the habitat, they really need that extra bump to be able to, hold a good carrying capacity. And so yes, you're gonna have a great herd and down the road, some successful hunts.
Learn more about the Record Rack feed at recordrack.com.